Okay, go.
Hello, everyone. This is season 1, episode 1 of the Leslie
And Stacy.
podcast. We're going to talk about the metaphysical and the physical, Reiki, energy work, stones, anything that is possible in this universe.
We'll even do the paranormal.
Oh, of course.
We're going to tell you all kinds of scary stories. And inspiring ones, hopefully.
And then also with the energy work and the stones, that way you can also be at home and align yourself without, well, having the energy work of someone else. But it's always great to have that group energy work as well.
Absolutely. I think of us as educating and entertaining to enlighten you. Pretty much. So we'll teach you what we know to hopefully help you in your own personal life.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey.
Absolutely. And as we go along, we'll get better at this.
Yes.
We have lots of knowledge. Just making sure it's delivered in an entertaining way to you. I'm sitting back and relaxing. So you want to start by talking about ourselves a little bit?
Oh, of course.
Want to go first? Who are you? What brought you here today?
Let's see. My spirit guides.
True.
So let's see. I met Stacy, what was it, a couple years ago now?
Yep.
It was a couple years ago, and when I first came to her, my energy was just all spun up.
Yeah.
Everything around me just seemed chaotic. I could not center myself worth nothing, and I was completely open, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Wide open. And we'll touch upon a little bit of that experience as well.
Yeah.
Because when you're wide open, anything and everything wants to see and peek, and that also leads to certain type of experiences that I have had.
We call that the nosy psychic.
And I was very nosy.
The nosy psychic.
But with that, I learned control and helping other people. So what I love to do is I love to perform Reiki and then help other people get in touch with those energies or with their spirit guides, and also help connect them to the metaphysical plane so then they can receive communications. And I use stones, cards, rods, Reiki, anything and everything under the sun I've been touching upon, including the crystal ball and scrying.
That's awesome.
With that, I was able to figure out what exactly I was supposed to do to help out with the other people, like I was explaining. And, you know, before all this, I was just in a bad place, and I needed to get out of it. And stones and Reiki was always something that was presented to me by my spirit guides, and I wasn't officially ready until I met Stacy, and it was inspiring. I was drawn to her from day one.
I appreciate that.
I would drive by the Wholehearted Therapies, and something always said, look into it, look into it. And I went onto the website, and Stacy's photo was there, and I said, I need to contact her.
Thanks.
Well, you've changed my life and have inspired me, and now I want to help out and inspire others.
Perfect. I like that.
With everything that had happened in my life, I was able to center myself and bring in that good, healthy energy, and it's turned myself around completely. I am completely different than when I first met Stacy, and from where I was in that time in my life, and it's helped with my marriage. It helped bring me self-confidence and let a lot of the worry and burdens just fly away by getting in touch with my spirit guides.
That's beautiful.
So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, and I kind of look at it as when you get, like when you say get in touch with your spirit guides, it's about because you found a connection to yourself.
Yes.
Like you finally, like life can be so crazy, and I think this is with me or with anybody else, is we have so much things coming at us in any given day. We have responsibilities, whether it's work, friends, money, family, and a lot of that comes with stress, and stress is energy. So I think when all of the stuff comes at us, it starts to kind of create this space where we lose ourselves in the chaos, don't we?
Yes.
And I think when you stop and you start to practice your own, well, spiritualism really, because you're practicing getting to know your own spirit and your tools out there, like your spirit guides, the world starts to clear up, and you find your peace and your center. And then you feel so enlightened, you then want to try to help other people. So, sorry, I went off on a tangent while you were talking.
I think that is very important that other people out there know what it means to be in touch with spirit and be able to listen, because anything could be that communication. It could be a certain type of animal that you always see, a certain type of number,
True.
just anything that they're trying to get your attention. And a lot of people will block that out because it was you that told me everybody has this capability
Everybody.
of getting in touch with themselves. They just have to be open enough to be able to listen.
It's true, and I like that you pointed that out, that spirit talks to us in many different ways, because, I mean, I've been doing this will be my 19th year. I always say 20, but let's not age myself here. It's 19. It'll be 19 in October is when I learned what you've been learning. Like, I learned what energy work was and what Reiki was, and that's what opened me up. And that will be an episode on its own when we talk about that. But for 19 years, what I have found is, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. I got sucked up there for a second. Say what you were saying before, and I'll come back to it.
That anybody is able to get in touch. Yes.
So over these last 19 years, people would come sit in my office, and I would do readings or do a life coaching session or whatever. And a lot of people say, well, I can't do this stuff, or I can't get in touch with spirit, or I can't do Reiki because I've never had an experience. They don't talk to me. And I think people get confused on what being psychic and spiritual and what all these different terminologies mean. And we hope through this podcast we can clear up and educate you on a lot of this stuff. Of course, I want to do it all right now, but we can't.
Step by step.
Leslie said it perfectly. When people have to realize the world around us isn't as difficult and crazy as we think it is. Spirit, your guidance, whatever term you want to use to explain it, does talk to us in everything we do. When you can start to recognize patterns, you understand that these patterns are kind of trying to tell you something.
Yes.
Whether it is an animal or a color or a number or whatever you keep seeing, you'll find that a lot of it makes sense. And hopefully as we go on, you all will feel comfortable enough in maybe sending us messages, emails or texts. I'm not sure how we'll do it just yet, but we'll give you that information. And tell us about what signs you're getting, and maybe we can help clarify something that your universe is trying to tell you. So, but I'm just glad you brought that up. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no problem. I'm just letting spirit kind of fill in all the blanks right now. So we didn't really have too much planned. We do have a bit of an agenda, but enough about me. Tell everybody about yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I already told a bunch, but the question was what brought us to spirit, like what brought us to do this. So I will say my journey started out a little darker, maybe. I don't know. I think we're all in a dark space when we try to find light, right? Yes. So when people are, even if you're listening to this because you think you stumbled across this because you looked at spiritual stuff or psychic or paranormal, whatever brought you here, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's cool, but I could never do it. I'm just not there. I don't think any of us are there when we finally get to the point where we start doing it, if that makes sense. So for me, it was kind of like I was in such a dark place in my life that I needed anything to poke holes in this dark veil of depression that was hovering over me. So I was invited to take a Reiki class back in 2004, and at first I rolled my eyes way in the back of my head because I thought Reiki sounded stupid. Somebody calls it, what is it, Reiki? I thought it was stupid. I'm not going to lie. I went there because good friends of mine were doing it, and I thought it would be a fun something to do. Like, what the hell? Why not? I'm up for anything, and I wasn't in a great place anyway. It only took one Reiki class, and I was like, wow. Learning just in that one day about what energy was and how it affected your life day to day started to make me turn like how I was just, my point of view, I guess, was shifted. So I learned energy first and kind of went through the motions, did this Reiki 1, Reiki 2 class. Well, what happened for me is I was a very psychic person living a dark life. So when I got opened up with Reiki, it opened up my psychic abilities to a point where I could see the darkness I was living in. So I quickly had to find out what this was all about. Why am I seeing and sensing things, and why are they scary? Why am I seeing hurt people? Why am I not seeing like angels and love and light like they said I was going to see? So I had to do research and find out what this all meant. Why was I seeing this? How do I keep like, okay, now that I feel that there is light out there, how am I going to poke these holes in this veil I'm in? And how do I get this depression and this sadness and this anger and this resentment and all this crap off of me? And so what I did is I started seeking and learning and taking notes, kind of like you've done. You're taking notes, and we're taking what we learned and seeing how it fits into our life. And it's funny that my path to spirit was because I just tagged along on this class with somebody and found out that I was probably a very dark person. And I found my way through strudging through all that darkness. And now what I did is I took notes through all of it. And that's what we hope we can educate you on some stuff during different episodes is as I took notes, I then realized that other people needed this knowledge. So I began using my experiences through my dark path to educate and enlighten other people through their dark paths. And that's why you'll find, yes, I do readings and Reiki and energy work and all that stuff, but my primary goal in life is to do intuitive life coaching to help people out there like yourselves or other people to make sense of the path they're walking or the paths they've walked and how they're affecting their life today. So, and I did that all through trying to figure out what spirit was. Isn't that funny? Sorry, I'm going on, but I enjoy that.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody has that path. Everybody has a darkness, or there's a reason why they're brought to spirit. For example, my spirit guides always presented some type of Reiki or some type of stones. Stones were always presented to me.
God, I love stones. Right outside these doors, past where we're recording, is a whole store full of them.
We will have to definitely show our viewers that.
Yes.
But yeah, for me, it was just always presented. And at some point, I said, okay, this is it. I am ready. Let's go. Sometimes you're just not ready. And Spirit will continue to present that path to you until you are officially ready and you're saying, okay, this is it. And at that point, I feel like people are in a dark place and they are seeking light. And it's really helpful to have that light around, just like you were saying.
Yeah, and it's true. And I think that's, as they're talking, I'm thinking about it, is I think people get to a point, and probably because I've been there and I've just helping people throughout the years, we all get to this point in our life where it's almost like it's uncomfortable to be in our own skin.
Yes.
It's like we can't get out of our own way. But we get so deep in our own discomfort, we have no idea what to do to soothe ourselves. We try to self-medicate, pop a couple Vicodin. Some people drink. Some people do harder drugs. Some people eat. Some people bitch and moan about other people. Like, we all have a vice that we go to when things aren't good. Like, I like to call it our cop-out energy. So people don't realize there is help out there, and there are little things you can start to do in your life to start to soothe out that discomfort and to kind of find your footing in your life again. You don't have to sit and dwell. You don't have to feel ashamed. You don't have to deny that you're in a place of discomfort. I think the world is tough. There's a lot of stuff out there that makes things kind of difficult, and I think sometimes we lose track that there are other ways out there to find and make sense of what's going on. And again, that's what we hope, that we can bring you some tricks of the trade coupled with some fun stories. But
of course,
I'm pretty excited about doing this.
I'm very excited. I want to be able to help people and also educate them, like you were saying. The most important part of the education part for me personally is to explain what type of energy work that we do and help clear it out, because there's been a lot of people talking about like this is the devil's work or this is evil, and it's not.
It's totally not. It's actually made me a lot nicer person.
But I think that falls into the category of just what we see on TV.
Yeah.
Witchcraft and cauldrons and
Yeah. I love getting a little witchy.
I think a little witchy,
A lot
bitchy.
witchy. Lot bitchy and witchy. I love it. Too funny.
But I haven't spoken openly until recently in saying this is what I do. This is how I want to help people. And Stacy has always been, well, she's helped me out.
She makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
I appreciate
makes
you.
me feel happy and good and encouraging me to go out there to show people, to help with the energy work. And recently I've been saying, oh, hi, this is what I do.
Yep.
And she's given me the confidence to do that, where before I wouldn't tell anybody. I'd keep it completely secret and hidden. It's like my
She's
personal.
very talented. I've got a lot of feedback on how good she is at energy work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We will put that in the comment section, and anybody that's interested.
Absolutely. She does remote distance healings as well.
Oh yes, that.
You don't have to leave your house. You can get a reading and Reiki.
And personally, for a lot of my family members, that's been very helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're a little bit further away. But I mean, with my family members, they've told me I'm a seer and
Yeah.
I can help, and that's why Spirit brought me to Stacy, and that's why she's encouraging me. But with the stereotypes of everything about Reiki, like I said, I just kept it to myself, and I think at one point you kind of kept it
Oh,
hidden.
I lived very two different lives. Yes. Yep. Because you fear judgment.
Yes.
We fear judgment about lots of things. So then and the funny thing is we fear judgment over something that is actually beautiful. But we feared the negative consequences of speaking our truth to the world because people who haven't found their light would judge us. So it's funny how we do that. But I'm done doing that myself. And you're definitely done doing it. I will say sometimes I don't, probably, as we're putting this out on the, World Wide Web to look at it.
Thousands of billions and gajillions of people.
But yeah, I mean, if people ask me and seem interested, I definitely speak my truth and tell them about it, but I don't openly tell people what I do. Probably should do that more. I don't know.
I think it's the energy that you read from the people.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Are they willing to hear what I'm saying?
Are they open, or is it more of, okay,
Yeah, whatever.
let me call the crazy house.
They're rolling their eyes in the back of their head, as I did back 19 years ago. Absolutely, I was there. It's kind of like, yeah, whatever, okay.
Okay.
You can lay me on a table, touch me, and make me feel better. Come on. It's laying of the hands. It is a thing.
Yeah. Oh. And then we will
It's
also
very relaxing.
Oh yeah, we'll tie in a little bit of the religious points on that one too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I love religion. I don't care. I don't practice one religion. I'm definitely spiritual. Definitely, but I love them all. I can't wait. We'll be diving into all kinds of different.
Oh,
Plus,
of course.
you can see one religion doesn't like this, but another religion doesn't like it either. But yet they both practice it. It's so funny.
I know,
Yeah.
and I feel that a lot of the
I have to itch my
religious
nose.
people are a little bit judgmental upon what we do. But
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Bible.
Yeah.
There's a lot of examples in there.
Yeah, there's lots of meditation and journeys, energy work, laying of the hands. There's so much in there of my beliefs. So it's
too.
all interpretation, I believe.
So with that, what's our next topic?
We were going to talk about what is energy. So I think because we've talked a lot about Reiki, maybe we should explain what that is, or what.
I agree.
What do you mean you sent your spirit guides? What do you mean energy? What do you mean? So, do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Okay. So when I think about energy, just to kind of bring it, I don't want to say dumb it down, but dumb it down a little bit, I think of energy as there's universal life energy that's all around us. Like if you think about it, it's that you eat food to create energy, right? To make your body run. You put gas in your car to make energy. There's energy is all around us, okay? But there's also energy that's just buzzing around us. Some people, you can feel energy. Most everybody can because of the famous saying of you can cut the tension in here with a knife. Everybody knows that saying and knows what I'm talking about when you walk into a room and you're like, what the hell happened in here? It's thick, it's tension, it's heavy, it's weird. I don't know. It's just you feel those vibes, okay? That's the energy that's all around us. And the universal life energy is the source energy that our soul connects to. Like, I believed we're tethered to the other side. You can call it heaven, source, whatever it is your belief allows you to. We're almost like an umbilical cord to that source, right? So when somebody is attuned for Reiki or any other type of energy work, we're basically attuned in order to kind of pull in more of that energy than we would normally use. And that energy flows, it actually fills us up, flows through us and into the other person. So I talked about how when I started Reiki, I was in a dark place, okay? So what an energy practitioner can do for somebody like myself that was in a dark place is, as we push or allow it to flow into the person, this pure universal life energy, it pushes out anything that's not needed. So sadness, depression, anything heavy, any energy that doesn't serve its purpose for us, we actually can push it out through energy work. I would need a dry erase board and to like go into grand detail on how it is. But basically, I know, we'll have to move the camera because there's a dry erase board right over here. Basically, what it comes down to is energy is something that's in abundance. It's all around us. It is the air. It is the sun. It is the moon. It is the stars. It's everything. It's love. It's like what you feel when somebody you really love and you're comfortable with hugs you and you literally feel like you're home and that you can just exhale. That love, that is like exactly what Reiki is. And when you're a practitioner, you get to harness that pure love energy and give it to other people. And when you get to pass love around to other people, it is amazing on how much it heals them. You can take somebody that's on a full-blown panic attack, lay your hands on them and just love them, and it just soothes it away. You can take somebody that comes in and says, I haven't slept, I can't sleep, I can't fall asleep. They lay on your energy table, Reiki, massage, whatever table. You lay your hands on them and you begin the energy session and they're out. They're asleep. A lot of times I think what Reiki does is it allows to help us get off that fight or flight mode that we're all in. Because we're either angry, anxious, or sad. We're always running from something or fighting for something. And when we can take a minute and pause, again, we get so caught up in our own space, we can't find our way out. But somebody that has the ability to just give you love energy can get you to stop and just be and let us push out anything that no longer serves you. Sorry, I went on a tangent again. I like tangents.
You will love them too.
So, I'm sorry, what is energy to you?
That is a loaded question.
It's right. It's like so hard to define. It's love.
It's love, yeah. Energy for me, oh my goodness. For me, oh gosh. Come on, Spirit. For me personally, it's having that connection with Spirit and with the energy of the universe, and then being able to pass that along to other people. With my Reiki sessions that I've been practicing with the other people, I've helped them get in touch with who they are, and that is just an exceptional feeling for me. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
It is love. That's the best description that I can say.
Yeah.
Because you're giving them that energy that they need, even if they don't know that they need it.
Yeah. It's amazing. And that's why I think like animals and babies love Reiki. They suckle it up because that's all they really know. Like honestly, like
It's love.
most, I'm not saying there's not angry animals out there, but most animals, that's all they really know and want.
Is love.
You know? That's why you can yell and scream at your dog, but then they come running back at you and want to kiss your face. Like, They love unconditionally, and that's what energy, being able to tap into universal life energy is tapping into unconditional love. Absolutely.
That is very true.
Yeah.
And with the energy work, it's not just for people, it is for animals.
Yeah.
I've done it for my dog. Have you done it for Trinity?
Oh my God, all the time.
Exactly.
She's very high strung.
Exactly.
Boxer.
And my cat, a hula hound, he suffered from separation anxiety. And with the Reiki and with the energies, now I can leave home and it's just like, ooh, you're coming back.
Yeah, it's calm.
He's happy.
And we talk about the universal life energy that I said. It's in the air. It's in the trees. It's in the plants. It's in the ground. So when people will say to me, "Okay, I understand you do Reiki, but what does it mean by all this other stuff? What are these stones and herbs and teas you drink and all this different stuff you do?" It's because Reiki, or tapping into energy, or any type of energy modality, is just doing energy. But what the other stuff is tools to help you use the energy. So it's like those stones already house that energy. And you can take a stone and take that energy that they already have in it. So if you can't find that energy for yourself, if you can't tap into that universal energy, you can get a piece of it by having a healing stone. And then there's so many different ones, which again, we'll go over different ones as we get in more episodes. But, if you're anxious and you just can't find your center, you can grab a stone that helps you with anxiety. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can drink a tea, you can sage your house, or use holy wood. There's so many tools that you can utilize to help you find that love. And that's what all of this stuff is, whether it's Reiki, meditation, crystal healing, sound therapy. Oh, singing bowls are amazing. All of that is ways or pathways you find to basically get to that universal life energy that if you allow to flow within you, it pushes out all the stuff that you don't need, the pain, the anger that you're holding on to from things that occurred to you when you were probably a child, that you're holding on to, that you were never taught how to let go of. Right. It's funny because we're taught how to hold a grudge. And we're taught to, don't you forget about that, learn your lesson. But we're never taught that maybe once we learn that lesson, to let it go, so we don't have to carry the burden anymore. So a lot of this energy stuff is literally tools to help you feel that love. I mean, that's what it comes down to, right?
Yes.
I mean, when we trace it all back down, from every tool out there, or every reading, or any type of energy work, it is down to helping that person find their center and find their love spot. Their love. I say love spot, but yeah. Sorry.
I like that. Love spot.
Yeah.
That basically sums it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because with energy work, like you pointed out, it's nature, animals, universe.
Yeah.
It's everything. And with the tools, you might be called to work on a certain type of tool, and that's what you do or what you use. I know some people that scry, and that's all they do. I know some people that do the sound bowl healing, and that's what they focus on doing.
And dance.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I've seen some beautiful energy work and releasing through belly dance. And not just belly dance, but belly dance I think is beautiful. Like, I have seen people do, like, literally watching them and just getting tranced in them in their own love place. I swear I got Reiki'd, if you want to call it that. Like, I was entranced, and I literally felt like they pulled something out of me that I didn't need. Dance, and just witnessing anybody in their element, really doing what they're meant to do, or their soul finds joy in. Like, whether it's, like, you've heard people sing, and you literally get goosebumps. And yes, they have a beautiful voice, but there's some people that no matter what they sound like, you just are lost. That's a form of energy work. I don't care.
It is.
It's just finding that place. Just watching, or you'll find those kids that just, they play like nobody's looking.
Yep.
And you can sit there and watch them for hours. That's that love spot. That's that energy work.
And that's actually a really good point. When you're a kid, you can get lost into that and you never realize it. I think it was you that brought the attention to me of when I used to just stare out the window, or I would have little things playing in my head, and I did not realize that that was like a source of meditation or a source of centering.
Yes, yeah.
I had no idea, and a lot of people think meditation.
No, it's just, it's a child lost in thought, like they're staring, and they'd be like, Earth to Stacy. It's like, I don't do that to kids. If they're staring out in space, I let them be, because I know what it is. They're just finding their center. Finding their love spot. That's it.
Or they're getting connected to the energy that's around them.
And they're tapped in.
Yep, exactly.
Just filling themselves up, tapping in.
And people don't realize how easy that is if you're just open enough to get connected and in tune.
It is. It's not that hard.
No.
Actually, it'll be the hardest thing you ever did, but the best thing you ever did. All you gotta do is open up. All you have to do is open up to allow yourself to be loved and loved back. That's it.
I know.
But we're taught to be closed off in everything we do.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Why is
Hopefully
that?
we can. Someday we'll figure that out, but we'll probably find answers on the other side when we're not here.
Probably will, and they'll probably just laugh at us.
You knew this. You knew these answers the whole time. But hopefully through this, as we're just kind of yakking and talking and hopefully you get to know us a little bit or feel our energy through this, is we'll then dive into each episode as attacking one thing. Like, hey, let's talk about this stone, or let's dive more deep into Reiki. Let's talk about how you clear a house. Like, this is just to get to know us, but we will, as other episodes come in, we will definitely be diving deep into one specific topic. That'll be fun.
Yes, and if there are topics that you want to discuss, or if you have any questions about stones, you can probably comment on this video, and then we can get in touch.
Absolutely. Because I want to know what other people want to know.
Exactly.
Did I say that right? Yeah. I want to know what other people want to know. Yeah. Took me a minute. Get caught up in myself.
I feel I'm like hearing spirit all around, so I can feel the energy, can't you?
Absolutely.
So we're tapped in and we're open now, and hopefully everyone out there knows you are not alone.
Yeah. You'll have fun with us. We'll teach you a lot. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and make sure you click the notifications, because every time we upload one, you'll be notified. And I'm hoping that you find something in this. I'm hoping that you might feel a little lost, and maybe one of these episodes we talk about, you find a little bit of footing in each one till you can kind of carve out your own path to spiritualism. So.
Exactly. So what is next on our agenda?
That was it for today.
That was it?
Pretty
my
much.
goodness.
It was just the intro.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be putting one up at least once a week is the goal.
Yes.
Even if they're short. Because sometimes short's good. Tell me what you're going to tell me and let me move on.
That is very true. And sometimes people need that little boost in the middle of the week, or when are we going to be posting? We got to figure that out. There's some little bit of fine tuning here and there, but we will be posting once a week. And who knows, we might even break up Reiki sessions and chakras, and just an episode on
Absolutely.
like root chakra, sacral.
Yep. Our goal is to teach you everything we know. And I'll be honest, and I don't mean this to sound conceited, there's a lot that I know because I've been taking notes for almost 20 years. Because I'm a very analytical person, I like to write everything down and make it make sense. And then I found such joy in all of this, I wanted to make sure I could teach other people. So we have a lot of subjects to cover.
We do.
So again, don't forget, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit those notifications. And we want to hear from everyone, but I also believe in kindness. So keep that in mind when you're making comments on our thing.
Thank you.
I love you.
See you.
My nose.
See you all next